Six. Mr.
London, aka Black Magic.
And your boy.
Meat Stick.
Back to attack on another Friday night. What is it? October the 15th?
Yep.
Midway. 2 more weeks till Halloween.
Almost our 1 year act.
At 1 year is next week, actually.
That's awesome.
Because the
Time
first
flies when
episode,
you're
if you
talking
listen to the
sports.
first episode, we're like, Halloween's next week. Sky is nice. Everything's beautiful. Right now, the sky's not nice. It's kind of raining. Hopefully, by next week it is.
Yeah, it's supposed to be raining all tonight. Liquid sunshine, that's what I always say. So yeah, episode what, 41?
That's right.
Back to attack, 6 sports. You want to start off with a little...
NFL, well...
Let's get into that coach right away.
So,
you were dying to say
I'm
something.
going to let you take this one.
So basically, I don't know if you guys heard the news, but John Gruden resigned. It was going to put a lot of pressure on Mark Davis to fire him, but he resigned as head coach after emails found him making derogatory comments towards DeMaurice Smith about the whole concussion thing, about Roger Goodell. You call Roger Goodell a pussy, a faggot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He gave shit to. He got upset with Roger Goodell putting pressure on Jeff Fisher to hire the first open. Michael Sam was a gay player at the time. He even got on the NFL should have fired Eric Reed for the whole protesting when Colin Kaepernick was doing that. Even the whole thing, he made a big deal about the whole situation with the head. Ask you guys a question, particularly you, Meat Stick. You many Meat Sticks are playing hockey, and concussion is a very serious thing. So when a coach says that head issue is not a serious thing, how do you take that?
Well, I like what hockey's doing. They put the stop sign on the back because most head concussions happen from hits behind.
Yeah.
So, like, they really took a big step off. In the NHL has slowed right down. And, hockey's not really a problem with concussions.
But I'm just saying in general, like when you concussion. When the guy says like concussion not really a big thing, not a big deal. When people have their kids playing that sport,
it's huge all year.
Like,
I've seen many of friends fall out of sports too. It's not just made it all the way, just cut short because of a wrong hit the wrong way or slid into the boards. Got like even figure skaters. I've seen a figure skater actually hit his head off the ice and concussion ended his career at 14 years old. Actually,
They don't even wear helmets.
yeah.
like cool, but the fact that it was 7 years, like it was a 7-year span, he was doing it from 2011 to 2018. Like, damn man, like you must have. And you're gonna say
It's built up.
it was like it's basically because he was talking to the Bruce Allen, the former president of the Washington football team. They're back to. They're investigating the Washington football team and how the organization treated people, the women, and everything. And John Gruden gets fired. He ain't part. He wasn't even in the NFL and all that stuff was going down. But even when his emails happened, he wasn't even part of the NFL. But it's kind of weird how he kept going on and on and on. Organization run. I think Daniel Snyder should be fired. He's one of the worst owners in the NFL, in my opinion. He doesn't care whatsoever. But
we were talking about this the other day. The movie Concussion.
yeah,
How do you think Roger Goodell felt about that movie?
NFL didn't like it. Be honest with you, people told Will Smith after the movie either. They don't want Will Smith doing that. Will
That's
Smith did
at the
that.
same time. The guy from the Patriots. Hernandez, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a perfect example. Like, these studies need to happen to make sure people don't get hurt.
Like
Right?
head issue is a very serious thing
inevitable,
because like Junior said, a former NFL player, God rest his soul, the Hall. Like it's a very serious thing, head injuries. But when you have a coach saying it's not really a big deal, you have kids playing PB football. You don't want to hear a coach saying that.
Another thing
It's not a
about
big deal.
concussions that the movie never touched up on about. What the movie Concussion never touched up on about was the recovery time to these concussions. Weeks later, that's not right.
I've had concussion before. It's not. Trust me, it's not. It's
Now
not,
you
it's
get
not, it's not, it's not.
you get 4 concussions in 6 months.
It's a problem.
Yeah, and
That's
these
what I
guys
was
don't
gonna
even
say,
know.
like,
So I
some
think
people are built different, right? Like some guys get conky, so
They call it
easy,
the
right?
concussion
Some guys are
protocol
just
now.
tough
Yeah.
as fucking
Didn't
nails.
Crosby get a concussion?
3 concussions, and they said another concussion. Look at Eric Lindros, perfect
Yeah,
example.
he was a great player in concussion.
He's in charge of the concussion protocol in
That's
Ontario.
That's good.
Like, that's crazy.
Didn't his brother have that too, Brett Lindros? Too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they lived in a time.
Stevens in that playoff series.
Bang.
That was
I will
terrible.
never forget Paul Correa's hit, where he got
That was a big call.
hit and he was still dragging along the ice, like just sliding.
Yeah, you saw his legs come back to him, goes to the dressing
It's
room.
scary, man.
Then comes
Concussions are
back
a
and
serious
snipes the
thing, man.
game-winning goal.
I think health and safety comes first in any sport.
Sports sports need to win.
Concussions are serious because they're problems later on. They're not really problems when they're playing.
But everybody knows about them, right?
But for me, John Gruden is basically no one was off limits. He went at everybody.
Actually,
everybody.
That's what the whole movie Concussion was about. Not everybody.
One movie coming out because it was going to make a bad.
But it was the truth.
It brought awareness to the league.
That's what I mean. It's like awareness. You can be
even the fans, like you can hate the guy as much as you want, but here's the fact.
I think they're still humans.
Yeah, and here's the fact. This is what is happening, right?
Yeah.
You can't hide the truth. The truth not needs to.
I think everything, but at the same time, after they take off the skates, the pads, the
money's a
basketball
drug.
shoe, that
That could destroy your life.
They're still humans, man.
Think about it. You have all this money. You're untouchable. You hear about these NFL players always beating their wives because they never get into these conflicts with people. They don't know how to handle conflict. Way out of line, right?
The NFL now they implement that thing, the Greg Hardy, Ray Rice. If you get suspended, if you get caught one time, it's 8 games.
Yeah,
suspension.
but do you see Greg Hardy now? He's in the UFC, making millions. Like no matter what they do.
If you guys read that transcript we did to his ex-girlfriend, that was like
Hardy beating his ex-wife, right?
he was doing a bag of machine guns and everything. Man.
Yeah, but here's this. Then you hear about that guy War Machine in UFC. He just beat her. He didn't have all that stuff involved. Should he not be charged the same way as War Machine? Greg Hardy. Yes. Guns involved too. Like he had some serious.
He had anger issues. Greg Hardy has anger
and that
issues.
could kill somebody.
And then you saw when he was with the Cowboys, he went off on the special teams coach on the sideline. Des Bryant had to calm him down.
Well, don't get me started with the Cowboys.
But at the end of the day, man, like I said, like it's going to open a can of worms for the NFL now. Because you're going to have write something bad now. So you're gonna have everyone scrambling because I think NFL Player Association basically wants the NFL to release those emails, but NFL doesn't want to. But it's gonna trust me. This is
how about do this? The NFL wants to save a lot of money. Instead of making a brain test right after they leave high school, do it. Let's see how many of these kids are already damaged before they even hit the NFL.
Yeah, same high schools. I know high school football, PB football, college football. They take the concussion protocol very, very seriously.
You're not a star until you become a star.
Exactly.
So if you get out of high school and you have that's the dice you rolled all your life.
Player and you want to play a coach that wants to win, will pick you in either way.
Well, it's life too, right?
Sometimes you guys see the player
People
for themselves.
don't give a shit.
Sometimes I make the decision. You guys see the player for themselves.
That's the problem in boxing with these old guys, like Tyson, Holyfield. There's athletes out there that just broke.
Yeah, but they made some horrible Don King in general. I'm sorry.
Think about your average person, right? You see those old guys retire, but they don't really retire. They go back. They end up always going back.
Yeah.
Same with boxing, man. That's the only thing they know. Once you step away, same thing with football. Once you step away, that's the thing. 40 years, like you can't just give it up.
Like Tom Brady's still playing. I want to retire for God's sake.
And he said he's gonna do another 9 years.
Bullshit, man.
Yeah, but that's what you know about your life.
Giselle make sure his ass don't play. I'm just saying that. Giselle make sure his ass don't play, man.
Dive into the college football that's going on tonight and tomorrow, and
It's getting see, we open up some NFL, so might as well go some college football, some NFL
College
football.
first.
yeah.
Yep.
You guys can kill it.
You want to pull out your phone? When do you see what the scores are of these games that are on? Because I think
I'll
there's
do
a
that.
couple games on right now. So games going on. I wrote down the major schools, not like the ones that I don't really pay attention to.
Holy fuck!
So California is at Oregon. Oregon's favored by 13.5.
That's
What's
not
the
bad.
score?
Okay, so Vancouver against the Flyers.
I thought it was 3-1 earlier. That was a different game.
Third period,
It was 3-1.
3
last
minutes.
night.
3-1. It was 4-1. And third period, I seen 3 minutes left. It was what I thought was 4-0, but they scored 3 other. But here comes college. What was that game?
California at Oregon. Oregon's favored by 13.5.
10:30 start time.
Okay, that's tonight. Yeah, and then
Clemson's playing right now.
what's the
Syracuse.
Syracuse.
Clemson's leading 14-7. Fourth and 10th.
Why don't you just read off the games that are on right now? And then
Still a game on right now.
Okay, and then
15 minutes left in the fourth.
then there's Michigan State at Indiana. Michigan State's favored by 5. I'm going to go with Michigan State.
Yeah, they're playing good.
Oh wait, there's Marshall in North Texas too.
Yeah.
42-7 Marshall.
And then we got Auburn at Arkansas. The Razorbacks, they're actually favored by 3.5. I don't know. I like Auburn on that one.
Auburn got beat down last week by Georgia, man. So my team's
Georgia,
struggling
yeah.
right now. Yeah, so I can't complain.
Then we got University of Central. Fucking Cincinnati Bearcats. That's their name.
Yeah, honestly, they're
They're
surprised.
good, man.
They're surprised me.
They're
this
favored
year.
by 21. So
They've
I'm
been
going
surprised this
I'm going
year.
Cincinnati with that one for sure. Then we got Oklahoma State at Texas. The Longhorns. Texas favored by 5.5. I'm gonna go with Texas on that one. Oklahoma State.
Holy, so
I
many
like
games,
I like
right?
Texas. I'm going Texas.
Nice. Then we got the Gators, Florida at LSU. Gators favored by 10.5.
Yep.
LSU's due for a freaking upset or a big win, but
I think that team's just going through.
I think Florida's gonna
ever
dominate.
ever since Joe Burrow left.
we got Texas A&M at Missouri, the Mizzou. I'm going
Texas
Texas
A&M.
A&M
Well,
Aggies
I'm
who
going
upset
Aggies.
Alabama
Yeah.
last week, so I'm definitely going with them. Then we got Purdue at Iowa. Iowa, who's now the second place team in the country.
They're ranked number 2 in the country right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I like Iowa.
Yeah, Georgia, no brainer. Georgia 23.5 spread.
That's the end of the question.
And then we got Brigham Young at Baylor. The Bears.
I'm gonna go Baylor.
I'm gonna go Baylor. They're favored by 6 as well. So yeah, I'm gonna go Baylor. Then we got Alabama at Mississippi State.
Yo, you see that Alabama game last week? Alabama wants revenge. For
Trust
sure.
me, I feel bad for that team they're playing, man. Alabama's gonna go.
Go off.
They're gonna murder them.
They just had a week of hell from
Yeah.
fucking Saban.
They saved him. Saban went off on those guys.
And then we got
Right.
Texas Christian University at Oklahoma. The Sooners.
Sooners
See you
all
later,
day.
Jim Ross.
Spencer Rattler.
Yeah,
He's out. That's what he said. Caleb
Yeah.
something. I can't remember. his
yeah,
last name.
he balled out last week in
Yeah,
that game.
like 300 something yards.
Yeah.
Then we got Ole Miss at Tennessee. 3 points to Ole Miss. I'm gonna go with Ole Miss on that one.
I'll go Tennessee just
Ele-
for the
it's-
rocker.
That's Eli Manning's alma mater. Exactly.
Jeez,
And funny. Peyton played at Tennessee.
Sick. And then North
Right, close.
Oh,
North
man.
Carolina State at Boston College.
I look like I'm telling you Drake.
North Carolina State at Boston College. 3 points for North Carolina State. And then the last one I got written down is Arizona State at Utah Utes, and Arizona's favored by 1 point.
I never heard of Utah Utes, but I'm going to Arizona State.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Arizona as well. So that's
I like Texas
those are
Tech.
the-
I watched
those are
them play.
big matches that I got written down for college football this week.
These guys are the college guys. Before I like Texas Tech. They're against Tech Kansas this week.
Yeah.
So
NFL.
do you want to go NFL?
So NFL last time we had Thursday Night Football. Tampa Bay Buccaneers won, beat the Philadelphia Eagles 28-22. It was a controversial play at the end because the taunting call, which was BS in my opinion. I'm sick and tired of this stupid taunting call, man. You players show emotion. Like he just got up in his face. They're just talking. They gave him a 15-yard penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct, which is stupid.
You think Tom Brady's gonna win another Super Bowl?
I don't think so. Listen, Brady's playing ball. He's playing ball. He's 44 years old. At the same time, man, their running game's not really on point right now. The defense is struggling.
You know what do you say? I'm the best man to make a 30-yard run into a 10-yarder.
Yeah, so like I said, they're killing it right now. They can't forget the Cowboys are playing some good football. Arizona's a surprise 5-0, but I don't trust the Cardinals.
Phil's
You got-
kicking her head.
Back.
Yeah,
You're hearing a lot of shit
AJ
talk this
Green's
year,
in.
aren't you?
No,
With
he's
the
actually-
49ers shitting the bed and
Someone
Phil's
just
team,
signed
the
that.
Cowboys kicking her.
Zach Ertz just signed at Carolina.
you got traded.
Cardinals.
You got traded.
Or traded,
Yeah,
sorry.
you got traded.
Phil's
to the Cardinals.
grill's all up in your grill right now. Don't even lie.
When it comes to the Cowboys, I'm not worried. I just wait till November, December. September, October, Dallas. When it comes after Thanksgiving, that's when the Cowboys usually come to Dallas.
Pittsburgh, I don't worry until playoffs. The first round, it's like, all right, whatever.
Well, they're 2-3 right now, so they're out the playoff.
Yeah, that's a terrible year for them.
So yeah, last night Tom Brady threw for 2 touchdowns and an interception. Had a bad game, but they kept it close. Interesting game, but they won. They got the victory last
You
night.
didn't have a bad game. You just faced a better team.
Yeah, it kind of pissed me off how they needed out the last 2.5 minutes.
Yeah.
That was fucking-
I thought Philadelphia was going to actually steal that game, but it didn't happen. So Eagles.
It came
So,
out on down.
so Tampa.
Nice.
So
Then you want to run through the games? We got Miami at Jacksonville.
Miami.
Out in London, England at
Tua
Tottenham Hotspur.
making a Tua. You better. Miami needs to win this game. If not, the
Tua's
season's
playing?
done.
Yeah, he's back.
All right.
3.5 points.
If the
Miami
Dolphins
taking
don't win
this.
this game, the season's done.
That's a ridiculous. That's ridiculous. I think Miami's going to kill it this year. I think Tua's going to come out with a game plan. He's going to wreck him this week.
Or he's gonna come out and get hurt again.
Come on, think about the last 2 weeks. He had to sit there and watch
Small
that
and
shit.
slow.
Yeah, I got Miami with that.
I like
game.
Trevor Lawrence and
I like Trevor Lawrence too, but
Marvin Jones Jr. Top sure 3.5. I like Miami.
What do you guys think about Cincinnati and Detroit?
I like. Yeah.
I know Detroit's been in a lot of
Detroit's
games, man.
due.
They're due for a win, but
I
that
think
game
Cincinnati.
last week.
No, Burrows is out.
No, he's okay.
Did he get injured?
No, he took his. He had
I'll go with Cincinnati
I'm
on
with
that one.
Cincy.
I'd say maybe by 3. Like Cincinnati might not cover the 3.5, but I think Cincinnati will win.
I think Cincinnati.
With the coach of Detroit last week in his press conference was like started crying and shit.
You talk all that smack beginning of the season,
Biting
so
kneecaps.
yeah,
KC versus.
need that win.
Yeah, they're gonna
The
win,
Chiefs
sure.
desperately need that win. I think
How's Washington doing this year?
they're 2-3.
No, not good.
No, it's not bad.
It's Magic went there, right?
I think Fitzmagic comes back soon.
We're at the-
next week. They're saying
This early in the season, there's a lot of 2 and 3s.
Remember, this actually. But yeah, but I got KC's gonna win that game for sure.
Yeah, and I think they'll cover 7 points for
For
sure.
sure. Hell
Yeah, I think KC on that.
That's a gimme.
Carolina versus Minnesota. Carolina faced the loss last week.
Minnesota favored by 1,
You
but
know what? I'm going Vikings.
I'm gonna go with Carolina.
I'm going
I'm going Carolina because Carolina.
The whole game, if Philadelphia came back and won, I'm going Minnesota.
Philly's not a bad
McCaffrey is
team, though. They're
50-50.
just a
If
bunch of
he's in, I'm
scumbags.
Carolina for sure.
I like that Justin Jeffries receiver. He's killing it right now. Delvin
Yeah.
Cook's back in the backfield.
He's
So
been struggling with some injuries too, but yeah.
So
Adam
we're all-
Thielen as well.
you're
He's
saying
I'm-
Carolina.
Houston versus Indy.
Indy favored by 10 too. Like
I feel bad for them. They played a great game against the Ravens on Monday night, and
Lamar Jackson just went off. What
What's
did he throw?
Indy's record right now?
they're 1-4 right now.
Didn't he throw 400 yards?
What's
He
Texas?
went off. Tyrod Taylor got
I hate to
hurt.
say this because my fantasy Colts. I think I'm gonna go Houston on this one, even though they're favored by 10.
Carson Wentz. I think we're gonna go Indianapolis, but
I'm gonna go Colts.
I don't think they're gonna cover.
I'm gonna
by
go
10,
with
though.
Houston.
All right, Colts.
All right.
Texas.
LA Rams versus the Giants, boys. I'm gonna say the Rams.
Well, no Saquon. Saquon's out. Daniel Jones is playing decent, but I know he went enter concussion protocol, so he's able to play this weekend.
Again, eh?
I'm going LA.
Concussions.
But I'm going Rams.
The Rams
I'm going
look
Rams.
sick this
I'm going
season.
Rams.
I think I said the same thing last week too.
Rams. They beat the Tampa Bay. They beat Tampa.
Yeah.
I got Rams all day.
Yeah, I'm going Rams as well. Then we got
I'm going
LA Chargers, Justin Herbert at Baltimore. Baltimore favored by 3. I'm going with Baltimore. Justin Herbert.
I'm going Chargers, man. I'm going Chargers.
Yeah, you gonna go against the Green?
Yeah.
I like a nice tie. I feel
Yeah.
like being within 3.
I got Chargers. I'm going to
I'm
Chargers.
going to go Baltimore on that one.
I got Chargers.
Baltimore.
We got Green Bay at Chicago.
The Bears are not that bad though.
One of the oldest rivalries in
They're not
football.
good either.
You know what?
Khalil Mack though. That guy's
I'm gonna go
sick.
Chicago. I'm going Chicago. I'm
Taking
taking the
that
Bears.
too.
I'm taking
Yeah.
the Bears.
I'm
Taking
going-
No, I'm
the
gonna
Bears.
go Green Bay. I'm gonna go Green Bay.
Taking the Bears.
Green Bay's doing
Devontae
good
Adams
too.
went
They're
off.
first right now in their division.
Yeah.
What's the running back for Devontae Adams? Fuck.
I'm gonna go to
Chicago?
Yeah, I'm going
I'm
Chicago.
going Green Bay.
So what do you guys
That's
got?
my bet. I'm going Green Bay 4.5. I think they'll cover. Then we got Arizona at Cleveland. I'm going
I'm
Arizona.
going Cleveland.
Arizona's
DeAndre
in
Hopkins
first right
is
now.
in.
I'm going Cleveland.
Zach Ertz is
Arizona's in the head of the game. Actually,
Yeah, Cleveland.
But
if they
said-
end if the playoffs started today, Arizona's in there.
Yeah,
they're
sure.
5-0.
Wow.
They're fucking best record in the league. But they were saying that Kyler Murray was like.
Right now, and I think AJ Green.
They're saying he like another guy's like, oh, he does that all the time and shit. But
I'm going Browns.
The
I
closest
just picked
game.
up AJ Green. I'm gonna go Arizona, and they got Ertz.
The closest game.
DeAndre Hopkins come back. That's.
I got Cleveland. I think Odell's gonna break out game this year. So I'm going.
The closest game since the season started. Vikings. All the other games that Arizona's been in were slaughters.
Now my team 17-10 last week.
Was it? Yeah.
They got Kyler Murray, man.
Still 17.
Guy's fast as fuck.
But look at this. Tennessee, 37-20.
I guarantee.
Tannehill's a lock.
38-13.
If you have fantasy
I guarantee.
Yeah,
Vikings,
for sure.
34-33.
Listen, that kicker and missed that goddamn cook. The Minnesota's lucky. Arizona's lucky to be up 4-1.
The Rams, 37-20.
That surprised a lot of people.
17-10. 49ers not doing too good, so.
Injuries are killing us as usual.
That was last. Celebrate every season a win, right?
So it is what it is.
You guys had enough wins over the years.
No, we didn't. We were after Jim Harbaugh left. We were in the shithole until things started happening a couple of years ago.
Everyone's been in the shithole since Brady showed up.
Yeah. Well, not Pittsburgh. They got 2. Eli got a couple Super Bowls. Drew Brees got one. Aaron Rodgers got one. But yeah, and Brady's dominated everything.
Then we got Las Vegas Raiders at Denver.
Well, Raiders had an emotional week with the whole John Gruden.
I'm going Denver, and they're in the Mile High Stadium.
I'm going Denver.
Yeah, I'm going Denver 3.5.
I think his assistant coach Richie's. I can't pronounce his last name. He's coaching. So I'm going.
If he's saying shit like that, you know that locker room is toxic. You get rid of him, that locker room could clear up really quick. All three of us know, if you get rid of that toxic out of that change room and you get a proper coach in there that says the right things, you can change a whole team.
You know what? My friend messaged me last week. Like, he took Chicago in the pro line. You should take Chicago. Why? Because the whole situation with John Gruden, man, I'm telling you, man, players are not going to respond to the Bears game. The players did not. They didn't want to be there. You can tell them, like, fuck, I lost money.
What was the guy who came out as the
Carl Naspers? Yeah,
he asked for a personal day.
He took a personal day off. It was that bad, man. So John Gruden.
You like the Raiders or the Broncos?
Raiders. I'm never going to say no to the Raiders. Bo Dallas, come on. Bo Jackson.
But then we got the Cowgirls at Mac Jones, New England.
People saying upset alert.
4 points to Dallas. I like a tie, 3 points, but I think
I'm gonna go.
So lock that in on your picks, guys. 3-way pick. Then we got Seattle at Pittsburgh.
Russell Wilson's out.
Yeah, Russell Wilson's out. What,
6 weeks? 4 to 6 weeks.
Doesn't matter though. What does Pittsburgh have at for a quarterback right now? Like,
well, he's their best option. I don't trust him.
So Pittsburgh without a quarterback, like I think
J. Watt, right?
I'm gonna say Seattle.
I don't trust Geno Smith. Don't get me started with Geno Smith. I do not trust that brother, man.
I'm gonna go with Pittsburgh.
I'm going Pittsburgh.
Maybe win by 3.
Because Chris Carson's not playing either. Running back has a neck injury, so he's not playing. Running back for Seattle's not playing.
Buffalo versus Tennessee.
That's the Monday night, right?
I'm going Tennessee.
I'm going
Titans, man. I'm going Titans, man.
I'm going with Tennessee. Julio Jones practiced. I don't know if he's back.
I'm going King Henry.
King Henry. I'm gonna go with Josh Allen and Buffalo.
I'm going Tennessee.
But watch out for Tannehill and Henry. Yeah, man. I think this is gonna be like another tie. I'm calling a lot of ties this week.
I'm gonna say Buffalo's
gonna make a tie ticket this week.
And the buys this week, my Niners, Saints, Falcons, and Jets have buys this week. So.
All right.
So the NFL this week.
Do we have any history?
Yes, we do got some sports history.
All right, so let's cut to the history.
Back with the remix. These boys are my sons like Phoenix. My city and state never ever seen this. Jimmy Neutron, I'm a young boy genius. On a futon, I'ma give it that penis.
Hey guys, what's up? With your boy Black Magic. We got a lot of stuff on the topic today, so we'll dive in. We got sports, we got entertainment, we got historical events, we got birthdays, we got deaths. So let's dive into it right now. On this day in history, the St. Louis Cardinals beat the Yankees in 7 games to win the series that year. Not that year, but the 61st World Series ever. And on this day, in 1979, the New York Knicks retired Walt Clyde Frazier's jersey number 10 in Madison Square Garden, one of the top 50 players of all time. Clyde the Glide, one of my favorite. Walt Frazier was a great player. And on this day, too, George Brett of the Kansas City Royals, he couldn't play in the World Series due to hemorrhoids. It's embarrassing, man. You don't want to have hemorrhoids, trust me, man. I never had it, but people told me they had it, man, so you don't want to have that. And on this day, too, the Houston Nationals and New York Mets played in the history with the Mets winning that series in 7 games. Also that year, the Boston Red Sox beat the California Angels in 7 games to reach the World Series. That's the World Series with Bill Buckner. The ball went through Bill Buckner's legs, and he got shit on by the city of Boston, but they eventually won the World Series. As well, on this day in history, the NFL ended a 24-day strike, and the union was unable to come up with a CBA agreement for the union, so that happened. That was the year they had the 12 game season. So Randy Moss tied it, but if Jerry Rice had played 4 more games, he would probably have 30 touchdowns that season. So we got that. And as well, on this day too, Kirk Gibson hit the dramatic home run in the Game 1 of the 1988 World Series against Oakland Athletics with 2 out, a man on base. And that was Game 1 of the World Series, and they eventually went on to win the World Series that year, 4-2 against the Oakland Athletics, not Raiders, Athletics. And on this day too, Wayne Gretzky passed Gordie Howe for all time on the scoring list this day too in history. The great one, Wayne Gretzky passed the great Gordie Howe too as well in scoring history. A lot of baseball, October baseball, a lot of playoffs happened on this day. So the Cleveland Indians beat the Baltimore Orioles in 7 games in 1997 ALCS championship. The Florida Marlins beat the Chicago Cubs in 2003 in the NLCS. The game before that, Game 6, when Bartman reached his hand out for a fly ball, and Moises Malou missed the catch, and he threw a big temper tantrum. And trust me, ESPN 30 has a documentary that I actually called Catch and Tell. Check it out. It's a great documentary on Steve Bartman. We had the Colorado Rockies sweeping the Arizona Diamondbacks in 2007 to reach their first World Series, but they eventually got swept by the Boston Red Sox in 2007, that series. And the Philadelphia Phillies beat the LA Dodgers in 2008 in 5 games, en route to win their in 2008, 4-1. And we had the Texas Rangers. Texas Rangers beat the Detroit Lions in 6 games to reach the World Series for the second consecutive time, but they lost to the St. Louis Cardinals in 7 games that year. So it was kind of hard for them. The Kansas City Orioles in 4 games in 2014 en route to go to the World Series against the San Francisco Giants, but they lost that in 7 games. That was a great World Series actually. And on this day too, the New York jury awarded boxer Rich Green $45,000 with Mike Tyson in 1988. 9 years later, he gets awarded $45,000 by the city of New York. So that's what I have for you today in sports history. In historical events, President Coolidge declared the Statue of Liberty a national monument. I've been to New York City several times. It's kind of overrated, but you got to check it out. President LBJ Lyndon Johnson, he basically declared, he created a bill for transportation, for U.S. Department of Transportation. He did that in 1966. Clarence Thomas was confirmed to U.S. 2 out of 48. And Nelson Mandela, the great Nelson Mandela, and South African President F.W. Clerk were awarded the Nobel Prize that year. And now we go to entertainment. The I Love Lucy show made us this date in 1951. Jimi Hendrix signed his first record deal with the British record deal, and he got every album he got received $1 and 1% of royalties for that deal. Tommy Lee, Motley Crue, the cameraman who tried to take pictures of his wife Pamela Anderson Lee. That was 1996. And on this day too as well, Paul McCartney and Linda McCartney made were guest voice on the Simpson episode Lisa the Vegetarian. That's episode when Lisa didn't want to eat meat, pig, and threw that guy out the way. It's a funny episode. Check it, it's a classic episode. So that's your day in history for entertainment. And entertainers' birthdays today. Genuine's birthday, and you guys heard Genuine, that classic track Pony. Who else's birthday? Keisha Cole's birthday. Eric Bonet. Jackson 5, today's his birthday as well too. And today, and on people that passed away on this day, Carlo Gambino, one of the mobsters, he passed away on this day, and Paul Allen, Microsoft owner, he owned the Seattle Seahawks, he passed away on this day in 2018. On this day in history with your boy Black Magic. Remember, like, share, subscribe to our YouTube channel, man. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. God bless. Have a great day.
Back with the remix. These boys are my sons like Phoenix. My city and state never ever seen this. Jimmy Neutron, I'm a young boy genius. On a futon, I'ma give it that penis.
All right, boys and girls.
Thanks, Mr. London, for this day in history.
Motley Crue, Tommy Lee.
Pamela Henderson.
Wow.
You know she got discovered, man? She got discovered at that freaking CFL game, man. She got discovered at the CFL game, jumping on down. I think that's how she came Pam Anderson Lee, man.
80s and 90s, late 90s. This, you say the word sex, it sells. Remember?
Yeah.
Like her running in the bathing suit in Baywatch, everyone running to the TV like, oh my god.
I remember one day my friend's dad, when we were younger, I'm like, we were at his house and his mom's like, went in there and started cussing him out because he wanted to see Pam Anderson Lee and the other girl, Yasmin Beneath. Yeah, they had a lot of sexy girls on Baywatch.
Who's the other guy? David Hasselhoff?
Yeah.
He was in that?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I love how we got into Pamela Anderson right after that.
He did?
No, we did.
Oh, yeah. She was on Home Improvement, too.
I know. On,
No, Tim Allen.
what's that show they cut each other up on? The Roast?
Yeah.
She was on a roast, too. I think it was Justin Bieber or somebody.
Her son's on a reality TV show on MTV.
Yeah, freaking. She has 20. Her kids are like in their mid-late 20s, man.
Think about it. 90s TV. The best TV.
I love that. I can watch 90s TV. Like Seinfeld, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air,
Wrestling.
Martin.
WWF. Not WWE. WWF back in the 90s was the
Was
biggest
was
thing in the
was
world.
shit, man.
If you didn't know who Rock and Stone Cold was, you were the kid that was sitting in
And
the
for
corner.
all of us growing up, Saturday morning cartoons was the shit.
It's just Saturday. Like, you wake up on Monday to Friday, you had your Bonkers, your Power Rangers, like
VR Troopers, Tailspin,
Bobby's
Chip and Dale,
World. You said
Darkwing-
Tailspin. Oh,
Darkwing
shit.
Duck, Ducktail. I can go on and on and on.
My
and
parents
on.
bought me a
And Goof
ticket.
Troop.
My parents got me a ticket to go to Disney World, just to go to the ride. The one day they booked, it was closed down for maintenance. Never got to see Darkwing Duck in Disney World.
Darkwing Duck, I love that show, man. Darkwing Duck, that was my
Let's
show.
get dangerous.
I remember that show.
Call DW.
Yep.
Darkwing Duck.
Tails. I love Goof Troop.
Oh, remember the movie?
Yeah.
You got cheese, man?
Yeah.
I got all the cheese,
That
man.
was, that was the show. That was the show. I remember that.
Well, we got some NHL coming up, don't we?
We got
Yeah.
one baseball game on tonight right
Oh,
now.
yeah,
A little sports update. Boston's up on Houston 3-1 in the top of the fifth.
The LA Dodgers against ATL, the Atlanta Braves. That should be a good series. Last year they played in the NLCS last year. The Dodgers came back and beat them in 7 games.
Who do you want in the finals?
For baseball, personally, I think they would like to have a Houston LA Dodgers rematch because they got cheated. And MLB's going to push for that. That's my personal opinion.
I don't want Houston to win. I would take Dodgers
Nobody
versus
does.
I don't want Houston to
Boston.
win.
Houston.
But if
I don't
Houston-
want Boston to win either, so I want Dodgers all the way. Dodgers is my pick.
But if Houston wins, like, see, now you got to shut the fuck up. We won this championship legit now. You can't say anything anymore about it.
Fucking Tampa again.
Yeah.
Tampa's had too many championships. It's like hockey, football, like everything.
Smart GMs and shit.
Yeah, man.
They don't even have a fucking basketball team. There's nothing Tampa basketball.
Tampa Raptors last year temporarily was a try.
Tampa too.
Yeah.
It's 3 games.
Well, Tampa Bay fucking Rays, maybe not.
Yeah.
Like, I really think you got championship. That was a bad comment on my part. Me stick fucked up. Tampa played really good last year. I said the Raptors played like them. Raptors played like total
I'm trying to-
shit. The Raptors last year though. Actually, let's just jump into the NBA then before we get to the. Since we're there, Raptors last year, we didn't have a home. Let's get something straight. We're in a rebuild year right now,
Yeah, I know that. Yep.
but we're not far from having a competitive team.
Siakam still recovering from Soldier City.
We have Siakam. We have the pieces there. They just need to add again, right?
Listen, you got Masai. I'm not worried. Masai with the plan, I'm worried, but we got Masai, so I'm not worried.
He's staying, right?
Yeah, 5 years, $75 million contract.
Who's going to turn?
I don't give a damn. You say with Toronto.
Yeah, but
I know. Washington offered a lot. I think Washington offered him $10 million, and I think a part ownership. I don't know the whole details about that and anything, but
we offered him the most, though,
Yeah.
right?
he runs the Raptors. He runs the whole Raptor organization. Man. So
I get it.
Like I said, Siakam's recovering from Soldier City right now, so we'll see what happens when he's supposed to come back a couple weeks later after the season starts.
What about those Lakers going?
That shoulders killing them right
Lakers
now.
never won a game on the preseason.
Well, you know what the Lakers when had it with Kobe, Dwight, and Steven. They got swept by the San Antonio Spurs in that playoffs. So
What do you think about that team though? Westbrook, LeBron.
they're old.
We're getting there now.
They're old.
Like
They're old.
preseason's coming.
So
Done.
season starts on Tuesday.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Preseason's done now, right? That was the last game.
Yeah. So speaking of that, I don't know if you got. You know what? They got rid of, like, you know what, he can't participate in any practice in any game until he gets stuff reserved. And Kyrie went on to IG live and said that I'm not retiring, I'm not anti-vax, but I'm just doing it. I want to be the voice for the people.
It's actually, want to know something?
Yeah, but
Thing about this all though. He's right in one sense, but he's not the type of guy that should be representing this argument.
I hear you on that. Like, for me personally, with Kyrie Irving, man, like, he's like Cleveland. Him and LeBron butted heads.
Mm-hmm.
He wants out of Cleveland because
what you say.
Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more.
Oh woman, don't treat me so mean. You're the meanest old woman that I've ever seen. I guess if you say so, I'll have to pack my things and go.